Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. It is Friday, TGIF. We finally made it to Friday, January the 31st, last day in January. We're here to look at the rest of the new releases that were published this week. Good morning, Elena. It is the last day of January. Whee! How are you doing? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Other than my sprints, I'm hoping to do very little. I'll be reading. I'll be, crocheting. So those are I'll be walking Keo. Those are my big plans. Sorry, had to do a little something here in the background. All righty. So I was looking at the other of the new releases published this week to see if anything caught my eye. These are the ones that would be not easily categorized into the ones that we look at. Nothing really caught my attention, so we will continue with the books that we didn't have time for on Monday and Tuesday. We'll start with Tuesdays, and we won't go very deep into these. We'll just give them their moment to shine. These are the crime fiction, darker side of mystery, thrillers, things like that. This is Their Shadows Deep by Peter Golden, and it is set in 1960 when Senator John F. Kennedy runs for the White House. The Psychopath Next Door. That sounds like fun, by Mark Edwards. The family's fresh start is just the beginning of their nightmare. That's why you leave your neighbors alone. The Mailman by Andrew Welsh Huggins. A former postal inspection agent tracks a violent crew through the Midwest to rescue a kidnapped woman. The Killing Planes by Sherry Rankin. She has won the Crime Writer Association's debut Dagger Previously Award. 2 victims, 20 years apart. One elusive killer. Killing Planes. The Family Inside by Katie Garner. It takes a special family to turn a home into a nightmare. That seems to be a theme today in our books. That's sad. And The Dark Hours by Amy Jordan. Looks like it's a police procedural set in 2 timelines, 1994 and 2024. All right. We'll be moving on to the cozy mysteries we didn't get to. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Happy Friday. TJ, it's been quite a week. Absolutely. But you have had no heat, no hot water, credit card compromise, and the terrible, terrible plane helicopter crash. Sad times, but the weekend beckons. I'm seeing some new information about the helicopter, which, if it is true. Kim, good morning. And Mary says hello. And Kim was watching YouTube videos. I've got to do that. I'm so far behind. And Kim says hello to Mary. All right, we stopped off at about here, I believe. We might look at a few and then finish off as time allows us, just to give them their moment. This is A Gilded Redwood Coffin by Cecilia Ticci, 7th in the Roddy and Val DeVere Gilded Age series. Western silver heiress Val DeVere expects nothing but joy at an elegant Newport picnic in 1899, only to be abruptly summoned to New York by a close friend's urgent and cryptic plea. Please help Theo B. In New York, Theo confides in Val, begging her to save his lively cousin Phoebe from a cunning Irish manservant who, he claims, is plotting her accidental death in the Rocky Mountains just as he allegedly orchestrated the death of her twin sister in Boston a year earlier. Determined to help her friend, Val, now Mrs. Roderick DeVere, tries to convince the headstrong Phoebe to delay her trip to the Rockies. Yet the Irish servant, whom Theo accuses of murder, reminds Val of her beloved late father, an Irish immigrant and Silver King, whose charm and brogue are unsettlingly familiar. When Phoebe is found murdered in her New York apartment, suspicion falls squarely on the Irishman, appearing to wrap the case up neatly. But for Val, the truth feels far more elusive. Is she blinded by sentiment, or is there another killer lurking in the shadows? As doubt creeps in, Val faces a race against time to uncover the real culprit, all while risking arrest as an accessory to murder. Mary is sitting here with a toasted and buttered blueberry bagel. That sounds nummy. And a nice cup of hot coffee. Truly blessed. It is the small things in life that mean so much. And gratitude, absolutely. Easy Does It by Jasmine Webb, sixth in the Mackenzie Owens Mysteries. When one of Ada's coworkers is found dead on the beach and a friend of Ada's is almost immediately arrested, she knows there's something wrong. There's no way her friend did this, and Mac immediately jumps in to help. Together, they have to prove Ada's friend's innocence before it's too late. At the same time, Sophie is trying to get her new business off the ground, facing all new curveballs along the way. And what is Maggie being secretive about all of a sudden? With another killer loose in Cornwall, Mac soon finds herself in danger. Will she be able to keep her head above water for long enough to solve this case? Excuse me. Next in the Granny series, my mom loves this one. I've read the first one. They're cute. Granny Goes Viral, Book 11 in Secret Agent Granny by Harper Lynn. When Cheerville's Tech Expo unveils more than shiny gadgets, retired CIA agent Barbara Gold trades her tea and crossword puzzles for a high-stakes mission. A dangerous cartel plans to unleash a malware nightmare, and it's up to Barbara to stop them without anyone realizing it's her. Armed with wit, stealth, and a knack for meddling where she shouldn't, Barbara navigates suspicious tech moguls, nosy friends, and a growing online frenzy about a mystery hero. She's fine saving the world as long as no one expects her to go viral. End of that row. The Witch's Legacy, ninth in the Osprey Cove Mysteries by Adrian Trapp. Maddie Moore's engagement to Ian brings dreams of love and a bright future, but Osprey Cove's tranquility is soon disrupted by unsettling events. Strange omens and a growing magical unease challenge Maddie's balance between personal happiness and her responsibilities. As dark forces gather, she must draw upon her courage, the wisdom of her friends, and the strength of her magical heritage to protect the town she holds dear. Short and sweet. We like that. The Ferryman returns to Wickermore, first in the Harry Ferryman series. By Ron Tucker. Harry Ferryman is a descendant from a long line of magic users who come from the actual ferryman, Sharon. Never know how to pronounce that. The deliverer of souls to the afterlife. A ferryman's job is to communicate with the deceased and help solve their deaths. When Harry arrives on Wickermore Island, he has to come to grips with his ghostly grandmother, a beautiful detective that hates him, and an overflowing pile of cold cases to solve. Oh, and a sarcastic cat with more attitude than a comedian on roast night. As Harry is trying to solve his first unsolved murder case, things take a serious turn. Well, you wouldn't solve a solved one. What started out as a mind-blowing trip to an island to learn of a family he never knew he had turns into a dangerous game where Harry could be the next murder victim. Murder at the Theater by Diane Harmon, 11th in the Queen's Sweep Cozy Mysteries. When Jane Barrow attends a local theater production with her family and boyfriend, Mike, a relaxing night out takes a sinister turn. The play's director is found dead backstage, and what appears to be a tragic accident quickly raises suspicions of foul play. Jane and her state trooper boyfriend dive into the investigation. As they piece together the director's tangled personal life and professional conflicts, they discover there's an S here, which is not appropriate, a web of rivalries, hidden grudges, and dark secrets among the theater's cast and crew. With time running out, they must uncover the truth, since her boyfriend's professional reputation becomes at stake. But the deeper they dig, the closer Jane gets to becoming the next act in this deadly drama. They need to go through that summary. Clean some things up. Yes, I'm a member of the grammar police, which includes spelling and making sense in sentences. Solving a solved case just isn't challenging enough. I know! And Kim, I need to read a Diane Harmon. Add it to the TBR. Murder at Sunnyview by Greg Moss, 5th in the Maisie Cooper Mysteries. Amateur sleuth Maisie Cooper had hoped for a peaceful weekend at Sunnyview Guest House in the heart of the Devonshire countryside, but Maisie instead finds herself amidst another mystery embroiling the small hamlet of Trout Leap. When the body of one of the villagers is found lying dead by the river, Maisie is convinced that this is more than just an accident. She can't help but feel that the murder is somehow connected to the ongoing mystery at Trout Leap. Is someone hiding something? Well, I'm sure several people are hiding things. Who would commit such a crime, and can Maisie crack the case before the killer strikes again? I would like to visit that house. End of that row. Dead in the Deli by Tyler Rhodes, 12th in the Max's Camper Van case files. Didn't we just do one like a week or so ago? And this dude's cranking them out. When ex-chef turned van lifer Max Everett pops into Dell's Deli for some well-deserved treats, his hunger is soon forgotten when the owner, a complete stranger to our culinary hero, is discovered murdered. Max is used to the rather astonishing number of murder mysteries he encounters on his travels, but when a note is found asking him to discover who killed Dell, and written by the deceased himself, he is left with a real head-scratcher. How did the man know in advance he would be killed? How did he know Max would enter the deli at precisely the right moment? And most perplexing of all, how come the deli owner made a quiche with a soggy bottom when he was a pro with pastry? With Anxious the Jack Russell Terrier helping to sniff out the clues, attention firmly on the pork pies, the duo is determined to get answers and team up with Dell's distraught assistant to uncover the truth, or possibly die trying. Oh, no, it's in the title. Enigmatic drinking game. Echoes by Nellie H. Steele, 4th in the Whispers of Witchcraft Cozy Mysteries. Carly has grown accustomed to the eerie enchantment of Thornwood Manor, but the secrets of her family's past continue to unveil themselves. Her grandmother's stories, particularly those about the enigmatic, good Lord, Emma, are more than just tales. They're keys to Carly's magical heritage. When Carly begins to unlock the mysteries of a haunted music box that has been in her possession since the beginning, she discovers its connection to Velvet Manor in Scotland. Through her grandmother's vivid recounting, Carly learns of Emma's harrowing adventures and the powerful witchcraft intertwined with their family history. As the haunting melody of the music box weaves its spell, Carly must confront the lingering spirits and malevolent forces that threaten her family. With each story her grandmother shares, Carly draws closer to understanding the true extent of her magical abilities and the destiny that awaits her. It is your destiny. Now, I have the first one in this next series. I have not read it. This is The Crone of Arcane Cinders, Myrtlewood Crone's book number 5 by Iris Unfortunate name, Beaglehole. Delia Spark has faced her fair share of drama, both on and off the stage, but just as she's getting used to being a powerful fire crone, life throws her a twist that would challenge any mother's heart. Contending with revelations about her family's magical legacy and her impending divorce from her cult leader ex, Delia must navigate treacherous magical politics, confront long-buried secrets, and race to find the fire dragon before its ancient power falls into wrong hands. Accompanied by her brooding immortal warrior, the playful banter of her fellow crones, and one particularly sarcastic demon cat, aren't they all? Delia discovers the magic lies not just in power, but embracing the messy, complicated, and sometimes absurd beauty of life. A Dreadfully Fine Heist by Anna Bissett, third in the Sunset Haven Key Cozy Mystery Series. A glamorous gala, a renowned artist, a dead FBI informant. Will Parker be able to find the killer before they unveil a masterpiece of murder? Welcome to Coral Cove Hideaway, where the sunsets are stunning, the guests are glamorous, and the secrets are deadly. As the new owner of Sunset Haven's most luxurious resort, Parker Dredd is determined to make the annual charity art gala a smashing success. But when FBI agent John Howard enlists her help finding an art thief, Parker finds herself tangled in a web of heists, suspicious guests, and a museum director who seems to know more than he's letting on. Things take a deadly turn when Rosalind Sterling, a suspicious museum curator, is found dead. With the police circling the event's key players, Parker knows she must take matters into her own hands to save the auction and catch a killer hiding in plain sight. End of that row. Another author that seems to be cranking out the books lately is this fourth in the Samuel Pepys mysteries by Ellis Blackwood. This is The King's Court Murders. The king's mistresses are being murdered one by one. Well, look at the queen. When Samuel Pepys and his loyal inquisitors, Abby Harcourt and Jacob Standish, are summoned to King Charles II's courts, they anticipate frivolous entertainment and unimaginable luxury. Instead, they find only death. One of the king's beloved mistresses lies slain beneath a fallen chandelier, its rope cunningly sabotaged. Was her demise the work of a jealous rival or a duplicitous courtier with dire secrets to hide? Abby and Jacob face their greatest challenge yet, as each clue pulls them deeper into the treachery of the king's court and closer to a craven killer hiding in plain sight. But when family loyalties drive the inquisitors apart, the investigation falters and more lives are claimed. Dare they fail the king himself, who holds power over life and death? If he even notices, because he's too busy having a good time. Murder at the Monastery. I do kind of like this cover. Very, very interesting last name, Beaglehole. Do you think it's made up? I wouldn't make that one up. I don't know. It's an unfortunate one. Murder at the Monastery by Christina Charles, third in the Violet Vaughn Southwestern series. We'll do this and then we'll just look at the covers of the others because we're running out of time. As Violet just begins to settle down in her Mesa home, running her restaurant and exploring her relationship with Hugh, there's a stunning death at a monastery in the desert. Even more shocking, the murder is linked to the White Feathered Killer, the serial murderer who targets young Navajo women. Violet, Hugh, and their Cotamundi friends will need to race around the mesa in order to stop the killer once and for all. But the violent killer will go to any length to get Violet off his trail. Yeah, we have too many. We've got to just give them their moments. Crime Shot, 10th in the Patricia Fisher Ships Detective series by Steve Higgs. Autumn Waters and the Case of the Killer Coffee by Chelsea Thomas and Bertie Miller, second in that series. This one I'm interested in. I've put it in my TBR. Breathing Space by Kristen Painter, first in the Ellis McFadden series. And it is set, it's a sci-fi mystery. Sci-fi cozy mystery. You know I like those. Killer Summer by Sonia Perrin, 16th in a Deadline Cozy Mystery. Looks like this one would have glitter on it if it could. A Wish to Die For by C.A. Phipps. Second in the Witches and Wishes Cozy Mysteries. Dog Grant Me by Neil S. Plakey. I'm friends with him online. 20th in the Golden Retriever Mysteries. Basically, I think I just, is he on my Yahoo group? I can't remember. Casting Doubt by Summer Prescott. Second in the Fish Camp Cozy Mysteries. A Bullet in the Basement by Aaron Scott. Fifth in A Murder at the Morrissey Mysteries. Three Dogs, Two Murders, and a Cat by Rodney Strong. First in the Nicolette Briggs Mysteries. I'm gonna have to go fast. Oh, there's just too many. Death Pays a Call by Julie Titterington. What I'm going to do is copy my link. This, itchy nose. This Amazon list of mine is public, so you can take a look at it. I apologize. I have to do 2 stops before work, so I need to get going. Mary says, that ticks a lot of boxes. Sci-fi, mystery, cozy. Too bad they couldn't fit something else into that mix. I bet there's a love interest, too. Thanks so much. Another week under your belt and now 400 subscribers. Yes, thank you guys so very much. It is all you. Congrats again. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Good luck on your show, Mary. Let us know how it goes on Monday. I wish you people who love your stuff and will fork over some money for it. And Kim, need to check some of these out. Absolutely, please do. I apologize. There was just so many of them this week. We didn't have time. And have a great day, all. Absolutely, back at you. So, quick announcements. I don't have sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday night. Our next sprints are tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. They go for 5 hours. Bring a book, work on a project, be productive, or just close your eyes and listen to the ambiance, whatever it is that is your self-care. It's just time and space created for you. And hope you guys have a good Friday. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.